这么早已经起来了？
终于睡了。
啊，昨天还睡得好吧？
那是我睡得最好的一次，那个
恢复了啊。
从10点一觉。
一放就照到，去告了，报到那个Allen Chan那里去啊。
这个还是个 theater Bonn， 棒。We arrived in Bonn, Germany. This is River Rhine, a bridge in Bonn.
Thank you. A wonderful good morning to you all, and welcome to the former capital city of Germany, Bonn. And I would like to introduce myself, that you know who is talking to you for the next 30 minutes. I try to keep myself within these boundaries, because my professor at the university told us students you can talk about everything, but not longer than half an hour. So, my first name is Eugenie, it's a French name. I'm a typical Rhinish hybrid. It's in English, it's Eugenie. It comes from the Greek word Evgenia. Evgenia means the well-born. Well, my parents gave me this name before they knew how I will turn out, so I'm somewhat stuck with this name. I'm the result of the French-German quarter to German in 1914. She was an opera singer and he was a coal mine director. And so a very powerful person. I was born in Cologne in the last millennium. And my father was from Cologne, and he used to say to me, if you think that you are a true Colonian, you are mistaken. If a cat delivers babies in a fish store, there are no herrings. You get already a little idea of the sense of humor people do have here in this area. We say the Berliners have the big mouth, but the Rhinish people always have the last word. So we are heroes of the mouth, not heroes of the fist. Why did Bonn become the capital town? Berlin was impossible after World War II, because it's very, very important. When you pass Cologne, you will see the Ford Motor Works. That's the European headquarters of Ford. Here, it's the supply for the European market. There are 18,000 people employed. So Merrill Lynch just took over 4 big shopping centers here. So, well, Bayer is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just to name a few. And Daimler is in Alabama. And and this speech was not broadcasted in America. It was broadcasted in London via the BBC. It was put in print by the newspaper. 10% went to Great Britain, 25% to France, 20% to Italy, 10% to Germany, and the rest to the other countries, Western countries, except Spain. There was Franco. That was fascism. They didn't want to support fascism still. So where is the money now? It won't be a member of the EU. 27 countries are now in the EU, European Union. And, oh, by the way, when was the European Union founded? And why? Yes, in the 50s. 9th of May 1952. Yes, 6 countries. Italy, France, Germany, Luxembourg, Belgium, Netherlands. What do they have in common? Steel production. The 3 men, Robert Schuman, Jean Monnet, Alcide de Gasperi, these were the spiritus rectors. And so the reason was very clear: to prevent the Third World War. After these 2 horrible wars was the times of the Cold War. when the Deutsche Mark was, the Iron Curtain was in Germany. That was the bulwark towards Soviet Union. And the Soviet Union, just in contrast to America, America did not shape satellite states. The Soviet Union did that. Poland, Czechoslovakia, were all satellite states of the Soviet Union. So that is fell apart. And okay, and this was the kickoff for the German economy, because then there was the way paved for free market economy, social market economy, what envisioned Ludwig Erhard. He became the Minister of Economics with the help of the Americans, supported by them, and then could be set up the political system with parties. We have today 25 parties when you go to vote, but only 5 are in the parliament. The others don't make it. And then was implemented the German mark with a valid work contract. If you don't have an EU passport, you cannot work in Germany. You have to have a work permit. The condition for that is you have residency. With residency, you get a work permit. Little tricky thing. And then came Greek, and the same thing happened again. The Germans followed them. And then came Greek people over, the same thing happened again. And then in the 1970s, Germany advertised in Turkey, in Anatolia, in the remote areas there, and sometimes a whole village signed up. But for this special subject I have brought with me, this nice young gentleman you saw already with this nice black hair and these beautiful eyes. This is Baran. He is a Kurdish Turk, and he will tell you, he has a German passport. I always say Germans are not tall, blonde, and blue-eyed. No, but he will tell you how it is to grow up in Germany as a Kurdish Turk. So it's not my subject. I'm going to finish my little talk, and to give you also now a little outlook. And then came the 70s, the 80s. Germany stopped advertising. We even paid money for the people who came as guest workers to go back. But their children were born already here. So at the moment we have 4.5 million Turkish people living here in Germany. It's the third generation now. And so there are integration programs, of course. So, and well, in 1988 was made a survey concerning the pension fund. The result was extremely positive. It stated that until 2020, it was spent, it was spent for something. Reunification. Yes, East Germany. 500 billion euro were poured into the former German Democratic Republic. Ronald Reagan said, I want to see that wall come down. That wall came down, 3rd of October 1989. I was sitting in my living room in DC, and I rubbed my eyes. I saw these people crawling over the Brandenburg Gate and seeing the Chancellor singing the national anthem. Unheard and unseen. And of course there was a whole country for sale, and it was bought. But since they had artificial employment, hours we run out of supply. They said, we don't run out of supply. We work 8 hours a shift. No, where we come from, it's different here. So the problem is the East German is Ost, so these are the Ossis. West is West, we are the Westies, and now we have the Wassies. These was also came over here, tried to work, and eventually went back. 90% went back. It takes time. We have to keep in mind, the people there lived under a dictatorship, not since 1945, since 1933. So generations of indoctrination, of no free speech, of free opinion. Well, you could have an opinion, but better don't tell anybody. You don't know where the spies are. The Stasi, Staatssicherheit. Awful word. So, and it will take time. So, and I talked about money. Everybody has to go to school.